reviewing and rating of the archived Raf Simons collection, part 5. While this collection was once again an ode to youth culture, it was a unique confluence of two kind of disparate subcultures / movements that were going on at the time. The first was an organization called MENSA, and this was a high IQ society that only accepted members with an IQ in the 98th percentile and above. The other subculture was the Gabber movement, which was a movement in Holland and Belgium, and this was essentially an underground, very anti-establishment, kind of hardcore techno movement with raves and parties and such that would take place in small illegal venues anywhere from warehouses to tunnels. So the inspiration from these subcultures was that Raf essentially created his own adaptation and vision of the clothes that these kids were wearing and presented it on the runway. So taking a look at the clothes, this was the first time that Raf introduced the bomber jacket into his work. He took real MA1 bomber jackets from the military and added his own Gabber-inspired ornamentation. He took this pyramid design from a Gabber DJ group called the Rotterdam Terror Corps, who hosted a bunch of raves in Europe throughout the 90s. And then we see Raf going back to, once again, his love for geometric patterns. And then finally, another notable look from this collection is this white trench coat. It's an interesting inclusion given his previous, not aversion, but exclusion of using white as kind of a dominating color in his looks. So this collection once again saw Raf pushing formal wear forward with its unique influences. And the first thing that I have to say is you have to objectively commend Raf for the brilliance of putting together something like the MENSA organization with the Gabber movement. Just such different subcultures, but mixing them together and making them look cool and clean. Like, this is such a classic preppy look, but then you get the model who's just completely different from the style of the clothes. Personally, these looks for me are just not my favorite of Raf's, but objectively looking at this collection, it is very, very impressive the way he mixed these two subcultures together. I'm going to go ahead and give an 8.1.